Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally post. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you kind of the start of my YouTube journey and what I've learned so far. And I hope that one day I can look back on this video and see more things that I've learned as time progresses as I do this more. So as always, out of the literally billion other YouTube creators out there, thank you so much for choosing to watch me critique and analyze my YouTube channel today. Be sure and give this video a like so it's easier for other people to find, and subscribe to see more of me in the future. I also have a second channel now, Alice and Adventure. I will link it down for you below if you are interested in seeing my food, fun, lifestyles type of videos. But for now, let's get on with this one. Now I want to start by explaining that I created my YouTube account in February of 2014. Now, I don't even actually remember doing that or why I did that. And if I go look back at my very first videos, those are additions for something else I was working on in my horsemanship. So that I don't even really consider that's when I started my YouTube channel. That was just when I put my first videos on the internet. It was for me to be judged to get an award for an accomplishment. It was not for anything at all the YouTube that I view today. Now, I have been a really religious follower of YouTube as a whole for like 5 years now. I don't even hardly watch normal TV at all. I don't. I really like the YouTube space. I like to see different people, normal people, you know, sure, a few celebrities, but I love to watch normal people. I love to watch people being funny in their own lives and just who they are. I find that's really interesting, and I've watched hours of YouTube a day for like years now. So for all of that time, I had kind of, you know, like dreamed and fantasized about doing YouTube myself. And so in late August of 2017, like last year, I decided that I wanted to put myself out there and try and start making videos. I think everyone, you know, whether they admit it or not, is really nervous the very first time they're in front of a camera. You know, you kind of freeze, you kind of stall, you don't know what to say, you don't know where to go next. But thankfully, as I did this a little bit more, I got much more comfortable with it, and now I love to be in front of the camera. I feel like I kind of always love to be in front of cameras. Being in front of a video camera is just a thing in your psyche that you have to get over. It's not as bad as you make it up to be in your mind. So my very first video that I actually, when I started doing YouTube, went up August 25th of 2017. So if you think about it, from February 2014 to August 2017, there was a huge place in my channel where nothing went on because, well, that's not what I used YouTube for. And in my haste of making videos, I actually broke my camera. Now that is not completely true, it just couldn't keep up with me. The hinge on the viewfinder like went out or broke or something, so I had to send it in to be fixed for like 6 weeks, and that was really hard for me because I had just started YouTube and I did not have another camera of this kind of quality to work and make videos on. So that was kind of disappointing, but that was just something I had to get through. So the very first kind of biggest decision I made was starting 2 channels, not just one. I pondered for a very long time, and it haunted me for like 24/7 for like a week. And I made this decision because I did not want my channel to be too vague. I am trying to go at this in like a professional sense, and I wanted a place for my makeup, my fashion videos, my equestrian videos. I will touch on that in a moment, and then something for just my fun, my lifestyle, you know, kind of stuff just happening in my life, but it's so broad, it's not gonna fit a main category. So I have a main channel and I have kind of like a vlog channel, and I felt so much relief when I finally did that because I was not worrying about my vlog channel affecting my main algorithm. And saying that, I do want to say that my main channel is still kind of broad, it's still kind of vague. I love makeup and fashion. In essence, that is primarily what I watch on YouTube. I also am an equestrian, which means I ride and I work with horses. And I wanted to form kind of like a unique beauty channel combining makeup and fashion with the equestrian equestrian world. Those are both two very enormous, huge platforms, and I kind of wanted to put my special mark on both of them. I am not that great at makeup, and I'm not that great at riding. I don't do both of them fully in my real life, and I just kind of feel like combining them is truly unique to me. If I just did horse videos, or if I just did makeup videos, I think that I would maybe do better faster, but I feel like there could come a time where those both kind of go flat, or it's just not that interesting, or it gets very repetitive. There's lots of people in the horse industry, young, old, men, women, a lot of young people especially. I know there's quite a few younger people who, you know, still in school, still young, who are subscribed to my channel. And so my point, or my thought being, at least what happened with me as I got older and as I was out of high school, your interests change. And I speak for experience that I really love horses, and I've kind of made the decision that I'm going to do that the rest of my life. But you will get other interests in your life. You're going to be interested in wearing different clothes, or, you know, wearing mascara, or, you know, looking nice for your boyfriend. That happens. You grow up. And so I just kind of feel like if my channel could kind of bridge that gap for young girls, whoever wants to watch, I want to do that. Versus I only talk about and review makeup, or I only ride horses. Which, again, like I said, one day both of those two channels could crash, but together it could maybe last a little bit longer. My second reason for having two separate accounts, and these are two separate accounts. I did not go in and create, you know, I didn't make a second channel off of my first account. The reason for that being is because if I, for whatever reason, was to ever get a strike on my channel, or something bad would happen, the whole entire thing would be shut down. If for whatever reason either one of them ever have something wrong with them, I can still access YouTube through one of the separate accounts. So I have been working on YouTube now for 4.5 months, and to think about that, I feel like, oh, I just started this yesterday. That is over a third of the year that I have been working on YouTube, and that's really, really crazy. I hope that I can keep doing this and keep growing and working on this. My proudest moment would have to be when I learned how to make a thumbnail. My main thing is I know how to make the thumbnail, but I was struggling with getting the size correct because the picture was always too big. So I was able to find this free app. I think it's just simply called Thumbnail Maker. I highly recommend you get it. It's not that nice or that high tech, but it will work. You will be able to write titles on there and put little icons in. I really like that, and it will fit the picture to the exact correct size that you need to put it on YouTube. So I really like that I was able to do that. I can make thumbnails now. I still don't know how to make a banner though for my channel. Like, if you have any tips or any suggestions or any software or websites where I could find some help, leave them in the comments below. I would really like to figure out how to do that to make my channel look a little bit more polished and professional. I grew in subscribers when I was first scripting the notes for this video. I started with 2 subscribers, and I had grown to 17. Then I went from 17 subscribers to 52 subscribers. Currently, I am at 62 subscribers, which is really, really unimaginable since I don't personally know who any of these people are. I mean, okay, I think I might know about like only 4 of my subscribers personally, as far as family or friends. The basis of the people who clicked my the red subscribe button for my channel, I have no clue who they are. I just want to give you some encouragement if you don't feel like you have a lot of subscribers. Maybe you have 0 subscribers. Maybe you only have, 5 or 6 subscribers. Like I was at one point. Everyone, honestly, on YouTube was at that point at once. It will happen. Keep working at it persistently. You will grow slowly. And honestly, now that I'm past 60 subscribers, I'm kind of, realizing that getting to just 100 subscribers is not that unattainable. The hundreds are easy, the thousands are more difficult, which is what I will talk about next. I also learned that I can tag my videos. I still haven't really learned how to quite exactly do this as most effectively as possible, but tagging really will help on any kind of social media. Whether it's YouTube or Instagram, you need to tag your videos. That will make it a lot easier for people to find. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I could link someone else's video down below, one of the people I learned from. If not, just search how to tag videos and you'll come up with lots of different results. So my work schedule currently for editing videos is whenever I can, whenever I have a couple hours free to just sit and work on them, which is kind of like starts at about like 8 p.m. If I have Saturday and Sunday free, I can just sit there and work on that all day. I do want to try and make editing my videos a bigger priority. My current schedule is to post on my main channel 3 times a week. That seems to be working out pretty well for me. I feel like that's enough for me, is 3 times a week. I get really bored if it's less than that, and I kind of get really overwhelmed if I try to do 5 times a week. If I really do explode on this and do really well, I do want to post 5 times a week because I love the channels that post that much. So far though, I'm really enjoying doing this. I'm having just a lot of fun, even though it is a lot of work. Sometimes you do get a little bit stressed. I love it, I do. My only regret is that I wish I would have started this sooner. So for me, it has been 4.5 months, 83 videos, 2 channels, and I am still in love with it. I hope it always stays that way. I did basically tell my family about this right away. They know about it. You know, everybody knows about it. My trainer knows about it. Friends know about it. My family, my grandma, like everybody. Now, I'm not saying that all of those people watch me. I'm just saying that it's out there. I'm not going to keep this a secret. And I don't want to say I'm not supported, because they do support me. I haven't gotten anything negative about it. Just want to say that it's just kind of like, oh yeah, they don't really care. It's not a big deal, and it shouldn't be. I am very grateful for whatever support that anyone who knows me personally wants to give me, but I don't feel like you should ever be shy about sharing your YouTube with your parents or with your family. What's going to happen is going to happen. Do you really want your family see you, like, see some huge, like, million views video of you and it's like, oh my gosh, they kept this from us, and like, no, you don't want to do that. You're sharing videos with the world. Like, it's not going to be a secret for long. I mean, sure, it's scary, and I can't guarantee that you're going to get the same support that I have, but at the very worst, they're probably just going to be a little bit surprised or maybe confused because they just don't understand it, and that's okay. We're living in very different times than anybody in the entire world has ever lived before, and I think that is really cool. I am still trying to break the habit of checking my videos like 20 times a day, like checking to see like if I got views or anything 20 times a day. It's not gonna change that much, but I mean, you're just always hopeful that maybe something changed drastically. How long did it take you to break that habit? Leave a comment in the section down below. Personal goal that I have for myself this year is to try and leave 10 positive comments on anyone's random video. So 10 comments a day, not spamming anything, just leaving genuine positive encouragement comments. After I have actually watched their video, not just like, oh, I'm gonna click on it, leave a spam comment and then go away. If I ever leave a comment on your video, I have actually watched it from start to finish. I have found that I really love doing this, and you find some really cool things and some really beautiful people when you really dig deep. Another point in doing this is that maybe a small percentage of those people would click on my channel. So maybe it brings traffic to my channel, maybe it doesn't, whether they stay or not. But the point being this is I'm reaching out there, but I'm not asking for anything in return. It's just if by their own will, they come and look at my channel. Question that I'm searching for an answer, that I'm searching for like a professional analytics answer for, because I don't do this. I don't see in the long run how this is going to positively affect your channel. I get a lot of sub for sub comments, like a subscriber exchange supporting small YouTube channels. My question is that I'm failing to see how in the long run this is going to build your subscriber base for actual views on your videos. The first point, how do I know you even watched it if you didn't comment on anything of my content? you just leave a sub for sub comment. The method that I'm using, leaving 10 positive comments, is my way of actually taking my time and participating in YouTube as a whole. It's good for the actual creator because they're getting the real views and the watch time. I want to give something as truly giving it and not asking for anything in return. Yes, I'm putting my channel out there because you might choose to click on my profile. But I'm not asking like, oh, subscribe to my channel and subscribe to yours. Now, I have had a whole bunch of people do this to me. I don't even know how many. And I think seriously, there's only 2 that I actually ended up liking their content. Now granted, that could be my personal taste of what I like to watch, and that's fine. That's kind of the whole purpose of YouTube versus regular TV, is you get to choose who you want to entertain you or what you want them to sell you, or you know, the list goes on, but it should be your personal choice. And here's the thing. If I don't sub for sub back, I want to say that I hope I'm actually doing you a favor. Because granted, I have seen so many channels that have 1,000+ subscribers. They're in like the 1,000 range. They are only maybe getting 100 views on their videos. And YouTube is not going to want to see those analytics that, wow, you know, you have this enormous subscriber base, but you're only getting 100 views per video. That's 1/10 of the people who are subscribed to you. I just feel like it's kind of wrong if you're subscribed to somebody, but I really am not interested in your content. Sure, it makes you feel good inside, but it's not going to work in the long run. That is why YouTube is so competitive, because you are searching for views. As I go farther along, I want to try to figure out how to close that gap a little bit more. My personal goal for my channel is views. Sure, I love subscribers. It's really, really cool to think about, but I want views. I really want to get out there more. So I really feel like you will get to your subscribers no matter what, if you create good enough content that people actually watch. If you are a personality or you create content that everybody actually wants to watch. There are over 1 billion YouTube creators, literally. There's billions of accounts out there. It is very difficult to get noticed out of so many people. It really, really is. But there are so many channels that we're even starting to look the same. It really, really freaks me out when I'm looking through my beauty pages. I'm looking at kind of the people I feel like who hit more middle range. Like you have Glam Life Guru, who has like millions of subscribers, and then you have like the small channels with under 1,000. In that middle range though, let's say maybe you have 50,000 subscribers, they are starting to look similar. They physically, or maybe they pretend to look like each other. It's creepy. It really is creepy. I don't even know, and I don't choose to watch them because it's like, wow, you really look like this other person. You physically look the same. You try and act the same by copying each other, and your content is all the same. You should be entertaining people to start with. Because if I'm looking for a review, I am probably gonna go with the person who is the most thorough. I'm not gonna want to watch the same video over and over and over and over again just because you got, say, PR or you were sponsored for something, because, well, what about all those other people who look and act the same as you? I think it's really important now more than ever to have an original personality and creative content. And maybe not even creativity so much as being resourceful. You know, working with what you have and actually thinking about it and using your brain. I have found a handful of amazing, amazing channels, actually both in the equestrian world, that are so, so unique. They're growing quickly. And I think it's just super, super cool. They are taking basically kind of like, what would you want to say? In the equestrian category, they are making kind of subcategories, and that is working really well. That takes a lot of work and a lot of creativity to make stuff that cool. I will give them a shout out in this video. The first is Budget Friendly Equestrian. She kind of has all of these like DIY money saving type of videos, and I really, really like her channel. I like her personality. She's very professional. She's very real on top of that. Social media is something that the younger generation is really, really good at. but she's not letting that stop her, and I think that's so, so, so cool. The second channel I want to give a shout out to is American Acres Farming. Now these are like seriously the sweetest people. They're really patriotic. They really love their animals, and you can really see that they're just so good. They're just really good people, really down to earth people. The videos I've watched of them, they are just so thorough with everything. And again, I feel like both of these channels are being resourceful and creative with the life that they have to share and with what resources they have, and that is so cool. I really wish them all the possible luck, and this kind of brings me back to the point that, you know, the world is crowded with makeup videos and horse videos and gaming channels and all that type of stuff. You have to get like a little bit more even category specific for your niche, which is what I'm going to try and work on a little bit with my video. With my videos. What I kind of feel like now, and this is kind of strange, but I only have been doing this 4.5 months. I have grown a little bit more than I could ever really imagine. Think about it. When everyone starts YouTube, they dream about the one day driving the sports car and, you know, having all these views and subscribers and making income off of it. But that's a different dream than when it actually starts to grow a tiny bit. I want to say I've kind of maybe just been practicing a little bit, like learning a little bit. Of course, everyone, as we work on this every day, we grow a little bit more. We learn how to do different things. Think about it. I learned how to tag my videos. I learned how to do thumbnails. I came up with a plan for like leaving positive comments for people. If you made it to the end of this video, I don't know. Maybe you found this kind of interesting. Maybe you found it helpful. Maybe you found it encouraging. I don't know. If anything, I hope that I can look back on this one day, maybe years from now even, and see how much I've grown and how much I've learned. The message I basically want to leave to you, whether you're a YouTube creator or not, is don't be scared to try. It's not as scary as you think it is. It's going to be a lot of work, and you know, I really love work, so I don't know anything different. I don't really know a whole lot different besides like stress and, you know, figuring stuff out, and that's just who I am. That may never change. So I figured I might as well do something that I want to do. I love to like publish the video and then you wait to see the kind of response that it will get. Maybe it doesn't get that great of a response. Well, that idea wasn't as popular as you thought it would be. Back to the drawing board. And I feel like one day it will work out if you keep trying at it hard enough. What I want to say that I didn't quite exactly realize until I got into this more, whoever you are, the size of your channel or whatever, try to actually learn how YouTube works. Not just stuff, good or bad stuff that you hear in social media. Actually learn how this algorithm and how this platform works. And that is kind of, I feel like, the only thing that will get you to really explode and grow. Yes, maybe in the beginning it was people kind of by pure luck. The tiny bits that huge creators share, it has nothing to do with that. Everyone has their original personality, but there is science and there is math behind all of this, and you should kind of try to learn a tiny bit of that. It will help you out. And it kind of, to me, will make you decide if you really want to do this or not. Me, you know, I had kind of been watching and studying that a little bit. YouTube is just personal and private to you. Fine. You cannot expect that you are going to get millions of views and make money off of YouTube like that. It does not work that way. And that's just kind of, you know, what we have to accept. If you really want this to like be your life and be your job and a career, you have to play the game. And the person who knows how to do that the best wins. So my goals for 2018 on YouTube, I have a few of them. First of all, I would like to get to 100 subscribers, which I predict probably in a couple of months that's going to happen. Even with maybe gaining or losing subscribers, I don't know. That's just something that you have to kind of get used to. There are weeks when I don't get any subscribers. There have been days where I've lost subscribers. If that has happened to you, I want to tell you to not take it personally or not be offended by it, because some of those accounts are not even real and they've just kind of been deleted and closed. My goal, I would really love to get to 10,000 channel views. That is my main goal. That's just what I've been thinking about for a really long time, and I feel like it's not an unattainable goal. Yes, my long-term goals, like for 10 years, I would like to have 1 million subscribers. That would be so totally cool if I could have 1 million people on this planet who recognized my face and knew who I was. That would be amazingly incredible. That's kind of really out of my reach right now, so I'm only at 100. And as the years go by, I hope we can throw a couple more zeros on that. And you know, like I kind of explained earlier, channel views are really important to me. That is what I am working on, because to me that's the main thing of what gets it done. Channel views, watch time, that type of thing. I would maybe try to like to get to 8,000 channel views by, what about, okay, here's what my goal will be. 8,000 channel views by August 25th. See if I can manage that. And I feel kind of like channel views is something that is all in my control. And the reason being is, sure, I can have subscribers, but what can I do to actually make them watch my videos? What can I do to create, or what do they like about me that will actually make them click that video? That's kind of my goal. That's what I'm going to be working on this next year. My second goal would be to try to combine my other platforms of social media to push traffic towards my YouTube. I did start an Instagram for my channel. It is Cantering Gorgeous, if you would like to check that out, where I post all of my fabulous photos. And I do want to get a Facebook, kind of to push traffic towards my YouTube. I'm still kind of learning how the tips and tricks of that too, because there's science behind that as well. I would also like to have a business email primarily for my social media. If you have a business email on your channel, for your channel, leave in the comments down below which one you think is the best, what you would recommend for business purposes. I would like to know, because I don't know anything about that. I would also like to know how to link small clips of my YouTube videos to Instagram. I have not figured out how to do that. I've tried a couple of little methods and it has not worked. Or I just was not comfortable with the program that was claiming that it would do it. So if you know how to do that, also tell me in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. So I think that this is about all of my thoughts about my first handful of months on YouTube. I really love this, and even though I have a couple of videos that, well, they're not getting a whole lot of views, I maybe only average like 20 views per video, some less than that. Even though it feels like absolutely no one is watching them, I still love this. I do. It's just so much fun for me. Even though it is a lot of work, I really love that. I want to keep continuing to create. I want to try and keep figuring out how to connect my niches to make one that's unique to me. Because sure, I could pretend to be a beauty guru, or, you know, some fabulous horse trainer, but that's just not the truth for me. I have to be me and figure out how to like make other people want to watch me. So I hope that this at least was interesting for you. Maybe it encouraged you a little bit. I really just feel like whoever you are, just be you. Be truthful and honest to who you are. It's not to say that me in the future, I will not ever do affiliates or sponsorships. I don't know. To me, I have already kind of made the decision that yes, I will do those. I will do that kind of content, but I still want to keep part of my content that's unique to me. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I think it will be really interesting to look back in the future, to look back on this video someday in the future and just see what I became, or who I became, and what I did on YouTube and social media. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!